This is the BBC Home Service. We now return to Dudley Town Hall for another short recitation from Great Uncle Stanley. Albert's Return by Marriott Edgar. Now you've heard how young Albert Ramsbottom at the zoo up at Blackpool one year, with a stick with an oss's head handle, give a lion a poke in the ear. Now the name of that lion was Wallace. The poke in the ear made him wild, and before you could say Bob's your uncle, he'd upped and he'd swallowed the child. He was sorry the moment he'd done it. With children he'd always been chums, and besides he'd have no teeth in his muzzle, and he couldn't chew Albert on his gums. He could feel the lad moving inside him as he lay on his bed of dried ferns, and it might have been the little lad's birthday, and he wished him such happy returns. But Albert kept kicking and fighting, and Wallace got up, feeling bad. He decided the time that he started to stage a comeback for the lad. Then putting his head down in one corner, on his front paws he started to walk, and he coughed and he sneezed and he gargled, till Albert shot out like a cork. Now Wallace felt better directly, and his figure once more became lean. But the only difference with Albert was his face, and his hands were quite clean. Meanwhile Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom had gone back to their tea, feeling blue. Ma said, "I feel down in the mouth like." Pa said, "I bet Albert does too." Said Mother, "It just goes to show you, the future is never revealed. If I thought we was going to lose him, I'd not have his boots soled and heeled." "Let's look on the bright side," said Father. "What can't be helped must be endured. Every cloud has a silvery lining in, and we did have young Albert insured." A knock on the door came that moment, as Father these kind words did speak. 'Twas the man from the Prudential, he'd come for their twopence per person per week. When Father saw who'd been knocking, he laughed, and he kept laughing so. The man said, "Hey, what's there to laugh at?" Pa said, "You'll laugh and all when you know." "Excuse him for laughing," said Mother, "but really things happen so strange. Our Albert's been ate by a lion. You've got to pay us for a change." Said the young man from the Prudential, "Now come, let's understand this. You don't mean to say that you've lost him?" Pa said, "Oh no, we know where he is." When the young man had heard all the details, a purse from his pocket he drew, and he paid them with interest and bonus, the sum of £9 4 and 2. Pa had scarce got his hand on the money when a face at the window they see, and Mother cried, "Hey up, look, it's Albert." And Father said, it would be." Albert came all in excited and started his story to give, and Pa said, "I'll never trust lions again, not as long as I live." The young man from the Prudential to pick up the money began, and Father said, "Hey up, wait a minute, don't be in a hurry, young man." Then giving young Albert a shilling, he said, "Here, pop off back to the zoo. Get your stick with your oss's head handle. Go and see what the tigers can do."